Welcome, everybody, to a collective reading for the end of the month here, October, and the upcoming month, November, the first bit of it anyway. I'm going to tap in, get some base energy cards for everybody. I am Kat. If you are new here, I'm a longtime astral traveler and spirit consultant. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you are returning, welcome. Thank you. Love you. The last collective reading we did was talking all about how really we're building up the momentum towards something, and it was all about recognizing and celebrating and following the little synchronicities and the things that the signs and symbols that were showing up. So I don't know about you guys, but I definitely did that after the last reading, and I was seeing 444 everywhere and keeping track of them, writing them down, and trying to celebrate the little synchronicities where I saw them. If you guys were doing that too, drop a comment, let me know. Let me know what signs and synchronicities you were seeing over the last couple of weeks of October here. Let's see. Whoop. What do we got? What do we got, my friends? The Dragon, Power and Strength, number 24, coming up. Can you guys even see it? It's so bright. Sorry. The magic of editing. There, now you can see him. The Dragon, number 24, Power and Strength. What else are we tapping into, please, spirits? Let's get some more base energy. Number 1, the Merlin, Alchemy, Justice, and Balance. This is going to be kind of akin to the Magician card. It's a lot of powerful energy for November, a lot of I'm also kind of getting like with this number 1 card, with the Merlin card, I'm also kind of getting like a King of Swords vibe with it too, like standing in your clarity, knowing what you want, feeling balanced, and I'm getting justified. Like I feel like with this Power and Strength card and with this Merlin card is almost a feeling of like finally sitting fully in self-worth, finally feeling like no more imposter syndrome, no more any of that going on. Like it feels very empowered, it feels very balanced and understanding. It's almost like we've transmuted any energy, any remaining energies around feelings of unworthiness for whatever, in whatever way. And number 44, letting go. This card came up in the pre-shuffle as well. Like it came out when I was pre-shuffling. So yeah, there's definitely, and there's that 4-4 again. Definitely it feels like letting go of any of the remaining attachments we have to little energy trip ups that felt like standing in the way of self-worth, and fully claiming our power, fully claiming our knowledge and our clarity moving forward. Set that over there and get some tarot out. I'm excited to use this deck with you guys for the first time. It's new, but I love the artwork on it. So let's see how it goes and get some tarot, please, for November, my friends. What can we let everybody in the collective know for November? Reclamation coming up. This card is the Devil card, basically. And I'm going to put that down on top of the Dragon card here. And the Universe coming up. So this is also the World card. I don't know if you can see them super well from this distance, but love the artworks on these cards. So it does feel like completing a cycle of then this Reclamation card, it kind of has different vibes, obviously, in this deck than the regular Devil card does. It says Reclamation, and it's like an overcoming of temptations, an overcoming of maybe a toxic thought process, and claiming victory over it. What else do we got, please? the Seven of Swords coming up on top of that. And the Seven of Swords is going to be, it can be a card of underhandedness, like shady tactics or whatever. So sometimes it's read like lying, cheating, and stealing. But it's also a card of being strategic, of taking back your swords before somebody else can use them against you. Basically, the person in the picture is usually taking swords away from an enemy army. And with this reclamation card coming up with it, and the universe, I feel like we are, and the swords are a mental suit, so it's giving me the kind of feeling of like taking our thoughts back from things that don't deserve our attention, reclaiming them, and making sure that we're using those thoughts for ourselves in a strategic way. So it almost feels like we're being more intentional with our thought processes in this little spread here. And it's coming up on top of that dragon card, which says power and strength. So this does feel like using our thoughts, using our energy in a more intentioned way that reclaims our thoughts and our mental, our energy space back from things that were toxic, that that weren't serving us, and being able to use them for ourselves. And I feel like that's a powerful message for the upcoming months too. There's likely to be we got a bunch of retrogrades. There's likely to be a bunch of change and stuff happening. So be sure to take your thoughts back from things that are toxic and don't deserve your attention, basically. We've got the Warrior of Wands coming up. And I believe this warrior card, if I'm not mistaken, is the knight. So it's like the Knight of Wands coming up over here on this Merlin card. And the Two of Cups coming up as well. So this feels like taking some bold action towards something that feels like a perfect match or feels like what you really want. Let me get you another card on top of it and clear that up a little bit. Oop. Or it could fall on the floor. And the Two of Wands coming up with it as well. So double twos coming up with that. And on top of the number one card. So I like that a lot. There's a progression there. So you've got the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. So it's like having the world in your hands, having the power to create a perfect match for yourself, something that feels passionate, something you want to take action on. So I like that a lot because it's coming up on top of that Merlin card. So it's like a manifestational kind of energy. And with the other message over here about standing in your power, taking your thoughts back from things that are toxic, that don't need your attention, and refocusing those thoughts on all of the possibility, making your plans, creating the reality that you really want, creating a perfect match for yourself. Whatever that means for you, we'll get some more information on that here a little bit, but it could be a work situation or a partner situation, even a life situation. I'm getting like a living situation. I'm almost getting a feeling of clearing things out or redecorating or decorating things in a way that feels like it's a match for you. Setting up the energy space for it is kind of coming through. It's 222 right now. So maybe that's a synchronicity for somebody. All right. We've got the Six of Swords coming up with the Ten of Pentacles. Love to see that combination. And it's kind of reinforcing what I was saying earlier about taking our swords back from things, taking our thoughts and our energy back from things that don't really deserve them. The Six of Swords is about moving on to something that feels better, something that's better for you, leaving the past behind, old energies behind. Once again, the swords are a mental suit, so it's kind of like leaving everything else behind, but taking with you the lessons from it, the thoughts, the things that came out of that situation towards a Ten of Pentacles energy. And it's on top of that letting go card, that 44 card. So this really does feel like we are leaving all things that no longer serve us in the past, taking the lessons, the thoughts, and the things that have grown up, really the things that have value about the experiences that we've been through, right? Because the lessons that we get out of the experiences is really the valuable part of it. And there's something in those lessons, the things that you've been through, that is worth cultivating. The Ten of Pentacles is going to be building a legacy, both financial, material, and also like in an emotional sense as well. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles on top of that. So it feels like it's there's a little bit of an energy to need to cultivate a little bit. The Seven of Pentacles is usually about putting in energy into something to cultivate it and needing to be patient to watch it grow. Sometimes there is a connotation of is something really growing in the way that we would want it to? And as a matter of fact, I'm going to pull one more on that really fast just to get some clarification on it. Because in this case, it doesn't necessarily feel like a bad thing to me to have a little bit of patience and let something grow. So what pops out with that clarification wise is the Monarch and the Nymph of Wands. So in this particular deck, that's going to be the Emperor card coming up here. And the Nymph of Wands, that's going to be like the Page of Wands. So it definitely feels like having a little bit of it feels like having a little bit of patience to put some energy into something, to cultivate it and let it build up. Here is turning into like it's like there's something in it. How do I word that, please? There is, because I was drawn to the sunflowers on this card too. Right, the Seven of Pentacles, she's surrounded by sunflowers, and I feel like there's something in the being present and enjoying the cultivation of something rather than it feeling like work. Like, you know, you can do yard work or you can do gardening, you know, and gardening it's funner, it's more cultivating, it's being present in the moment and being one with nature. So it's like there's a way that you can look at doing the work that actually is about being in the present moment and enjoying the cultivation of something that leads to a new spark or a new passion. You may discover there's some piece of it that really resonates for you, that really sparks new interest or joy. Maybe it's the Two of Cups here is something that is a perfect match for you. Let's get some top end energy, please, for people. We have got Magic Mushroom, Miracles, Fairy Energy opening up. Number 15, it says, stay open to the good and beautiful things. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. That feels, it feels aligned with what I was just saying. Like, sometimes there's magic in the little things, just being present and enjoying what you're doing for the moment instead of being overly worried or concerned about what the outcome is or wanting some big outcome from it. There's something some passion or some idea, something that sparks in enjoying the little moments and being present for the cultivation. 17, it says the portal, adventures, ancestors, and a calling. Are you ready? Ugh, yes. Like, I don't know about you guys, but definitely for me, it's a yes. Let's go through the portal. I'm definitely ready. And I feel like the like collective is ready too. To follow the ancestors, the calling. Time to jump into the adventure and find out what the calling is, right? 20, gifted guide. It says stars, chaos, and opportunity. It says you don't need it all figured out. Yes. And again, this is definitely the vibe that I'm getting off of it is that we're going to discover it's like we're going to discover the portal along the way. And it may not be in the place that we thought it was. So whatever we're cultivating or pouring energy into, whatever we're doing, it's like spirit really wants us to focus on the activity itself and be present because there's some portal or some opening up in it. But I think there's a need to relax into that and enjoy the simple activities in order to really see it opening up. We'll look at the tarot on the top end too. I love it. It says keep it simple is what I'm hearing. Maybe they just mean the reading. But I get too that like the star coming up with that. Okay, this card needs a strategic finger placement. Coming up on that magic mushroom card. I'm gonna get a couple other cards with it. You've got the 5 of Pentacles coming out with that. Miracles. Miracles, fairy energy, and opening up. Yeah. It feels like part of what we're letting go, and maybe we're still like expressing some of it, letting it kind of like this fall is like letting things fall away like the leaves. But it's like a previous lack mentality, a feeling of unworthiness, a feeling of not being included, feeling excluded. Maybe that's for somebody. The star is kind of a card of healing and renewal. And the 5 of Pentacles is like being left out in the cold or a lack mentality. And so I feel like we've utilized our energy tapping into opening up from that, healing from that, and moving on. The base cards in the spread definitely felt like I was getting a message of releasing imposter syndrome, or so maybe you love art, but you don't feel like you're a worthy enough artist, or you love to sing, but you don't feel like a worthy enough singer, or, you know, you want to write a book, but you're not sure that you can, like all of those kind of thought processes that sort of stand in the way, make us feel left out or lack mentality. I feel like it feels like with this magic mushroom card, like rooting out the root cause of whatever it is that sparked those feelings so that it can flow away, letting go of it. Yeah, we've got the King of Swords coming up with that. So it's gaining a lot of power and a lot of authority, a lot of clarity over how some energy got started, some lack mentality energy got started for us to begin with. And once you know where the root cause of certain things are, it's in a way it severs its power over you. it puts the power back in your hands. That kind of clarity. Oh, and the High Priest is coming out. This is coming up on that portal card. So yeah, I feel like ancestors are calling you, your purpose is calling you, the higher knowledge is calling, right? There's bigger mysteries to unfold and things to step into and learn about. And I feel like once we fully have healed with the star card here and detached from with that King of Swords, the rest of the lack mentality, we're really stepping into a portal is open and ready to higher knowing and the greater mysteries. And I feel like that's what's calling. The Knight of Pentacles is coming out with that. And we'll get one more. Yeah. Okay, that one. And the Ten of Cups. Yes. I feel like it is time to actually plant the seeds of your happily ever after. The Knight of Pentacles is opportunity that we need to move on, or opportunity that's that needs to be planted and cultivated. It sometimes has connotations of like progress feels slow or something feels slow or the right opportunity feels like it's slow coming in. But it feels like this portal stepping through, answering the calling, answering the higher calling with the High Priestess is going to provide a lot of peace, a lot of happiness. It's going to be the rainbow after the storm. We've got the Tower coming up on this number 20 card, the one that says you don't need it all figured out, the one that says gifted guide, stars, chaos, and opportunity. So the Tower moments are the opportunities, I feel like. And I don't know, you can, I mean, feel into it for yourself. I don't know if that's just like the general chaos of the whole, the collective as a whole right now. Like the Tower moments are are really creating opportunity for all of us in general, for humanity at large. And this card says you don't need to have it all figured out, and I think that's really solid. That's a powerful message. The universe knows how things are unfolding for everyone in general. And the Tower moments are, sometimes those Tower moments are the healthiest thing that we can have for everybody, right? Yes, so the sun can come out. They really want us focused on happiness, shining a spotlight on the joy. Emperor coming out as well with that. Double Emperor energy happening in the reading. So being balanced, being wise, being in our authority, being able to, the Emperor is the king of all of the kings. And so able to utilize all of the aspects of all of the other kings, the swords, the pentacles, the cups, and wands. So there's passion and creation, there's knowledge and wisdom, there's emotional intelligence happening, and there's wisdom in the utilization of resources. It's really having the balance of all of that and being able to wield it in, we've got, yeah, sorry. So this is going to be the Ace of Wands. That's the passionate new endeavor. That's what pops up. And being able to wield all of those, sorry, distracted much. That's what the balance of all of the suits really leads to, is being able to wield all of that appropriately in all situations, and in the middle of Tower moments to be a little bit detached from the chaos and everything that's going on, to be able to stand in the sun, to shine a spotlight on the Ace of Wands, a new idea, new opportunities moving forward. And again, like this section, like to me, it feels like in a broader sense, but it could apply to something in your personal life as well for individuals, right? So whatever those tower moments are, spirit that's coming up, spirit really wanting us to put a focus on the joy and happiness, to shine a light, be a lighthouse, be a light in the darkness for others. Thank you. Hold up that Ace of Wands, shine the light out for people, be the emperor in this situation with a balanced authority and wisdom in this situation. Because you absolutely can. Because we are healing and letting go of the lack mentality, the fear-driven thought processes. We're taking our swords back from those toxic thought processes that don't need to have sway over us. I love this. I love this. I claim this reading for myself as well. And I hope for everybody, because it's a really, really good energy. We're just going to get some closing comments here. These are a few. This is just a deck of words I wrote out myself, so we'll see if there's some specific information that they want to share with everybody. Yeah. See if there's any things in here for you. Message. Yep. There are definitely messages out there right now. Yeah, meditate. Thank you. Yeah, somebody out there needs to get their meditation on and clear their thoughts, relax, and let the messages come through. So that is, I mean, generally probably good advice, but it feels like there's a lot of downloads waiting for this collective in particular. Feel like the collective activate, right? Like everybody's time to go get all of our messages and get that all integrated and ready to go. Yeah. Reply. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe maybe in order to answer the calling, you have to send a reply. Yeah, that feels right. You have to accept the calling if you're going to take it, to engage with it. Send the reply. RSVP is what I've just heard. So the message is there, the invitation is there, and spirit is wanting an RSVP. Cycle coming out. What else, please? Years. Wow. So it's a cycle that's been going on for years. I also just got like a new cycle of years. So this could pertain to Pluto moving into Aquarius, right? Like the new Aquarius cycle that's starting a new cycle of years, starting very soon. Be still. Definitely. And enjoy. There is definitely a feeling of the need to make sure the energy stays focused in the present moment and enjoying the present moment to shine that light. I love it. Thank you, my friends. What else is coming out? It says, speak up. Go forward. And letters. That's interesting. It could very much refer to the need to write something, publish something, put something out. Speak up, go forward, and letters. Travel. And perfect fit. Awesome. So I feel like that's a little hint or a little dangle is if you get the opportunity to travel. And it doesn't necessarily have to be far or anything, but if something comes up that's that Knight of Pentacles feeling, like it doesn't feel like it's super fast or doesn't feel like it's super important, but it's an opportunity to travel. I feel like that's the Two of Cups energy along that path somewhere. So it may not even, and it may be something that feels mundane, like a business trip or something along those lines. But if you get the opportunity for travel, take it. Gemini coming out. Somebody may be a Gemini in this situation. And Ascend, definitely. I definitely got the impression that the portal going through is the portal of the High Priestess or following the calling of a higher knowing for sure. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. Let me know how it resonated for you, if it makes sense with what you're going through, and if you're excited for the energy. I know I am. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.